For over a century, the Panama Canal has been the world's most famous maritime shortcut, a marvel of engineering that has connected the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, revolutionizing global trade routes and significantly reducing travel time for ships. But what if there was another way? A new path that could redefine the landscape of international shipping. Enter the Nicaragua Canal, a proposed 173-mile waterway, nearly 3 times longer than Panama's, designed to handle the world's largest ships, promising to be a game-changer in the maritime industry. This ambitious project, if realized, would be one of the greatest engineering feats in history, a direct challenge to Panama's long-standing monopoly on interoceanic transit. In 2013, Nicaragua granted a 50-year concession to a Chinese company to build and operate the canal, sparking global attention and controversy as debates over sovereignty and economic influence intensified. The vision is grand: transform Nicaragua's economy, turning it into a hub of commerce and opportunity. The plan includes creating new ports, airports, and free trade zones, aiming to boost infrastructure and attract international business, and lift millions out of poverty, offering hope for a brighter future for the nation's citizens. But with such ambition comes significant risk, questions about funding, environmental impact, and the potential disruption to local communities. Concerns about the fate of Lake Nicaragua, a vital freshwater resource, quickly surfaced, raising alarms among environmentalists and locals alike. The Nicaragua Canal is more than just a construction project. It's a high-stakes gamble with the future of global trade, potentially altering the dynamics of international shipping. It's a story of hope, doubt, and the complex interplay of economic aspirations and environmental concerns. And the power struggles shaping our world as nations vie for influence and control over this strategic waterway. The world is watching closely to see if this bold dream can become reality, and what it will mean for the future of global commerce and the environment. The Nicaragua Canal's $50 billion price tag dwarfs Nicaragua's economy and signals China's growing global ambitions. The project's backer, HKND, led by Chinese billionaire Wang Jing, claims it's a private venture, but the geopolitical implications are clear. For China, controlling a new canal means securing trade routes and reducing reliance on the US-influenced Panama Canal. This move fits China's Belt and Road Initiative, projecting influence deep into the Western Hemisphere. If successful, the canal would be a symbol of Chinese engineering and power. If not, it could be a spectacular failure. Skeptics question the true source of funding and Beijing's involvement, fueling speculation about China's strategic motives. The stakes are enormous. A new canal could reshape global trade and the balance of power. It's a bold play, with the potential for massive rewards or costly missteps. The world waits to see if China's gamble will pay off. The Panama Canal, opened in 1914, was a groundbreaking engineering marvel that revolutionized global trade by creating a direct link between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. This monumental achievement drastically reduced travel time for ships, saving them from the perilous and lengthy journey around the treacherous waters of South America, particularly the infamous Cape Horn. For decades, the canal stood as a powerful symbol of American ingenuity and dominance, providing the United States with strategic and economic control over this vital maritime choke point, which was crucial for global shipping routes. Even after Panama assumed control in 1999, the canal continued to be a central artery of global commerce, handling thousands of ships annually and significantly contributing to Panama's economic prosperity. However, the canal's original locks were designed for smaller ships of the early 20th century. Today's mega-vessels often can't fit, even after a major expansion in 2016 that introduced the Neo-Panamax locks. This limitation presents an opportunity that Nicaragua hopes to exploit by offering an alternative route capable of accommodating the world's largest ships, potentially reshaping global shipping dynamics. The rivalry between these routes isn't merely commercial. It's a strategic battle over who will control the vital arteries of global trade in the future. The Panama Canal's legacy is unmatched, but its physical constraints have opened the door for potential challengers to step in. The stage is set for a new chapter in the ongoing battle for maritime dominance, with Nicaragua poised to challenge the status quo. The question remains, can Nicaragua succeed where others have failed, overcoming both logistical and political hurdles? The answer to this question could dramatically reshape the future of global shipping, altering the balance of maritime power. Global demand for goods is soaring, and ships are getting bigger. Too big for even the expanded Panama Canal. This bottleneck forces many vessels onto longer, costlier routes, slowing supply chains and raising prices. The Nicaragua Canal promises to handle these giants, easing congestion, and providing a crucial backup if Panama faces disruptions. As Asia's trade with the Americas grows, a second canal could offer faster, cheaper routes for key shipping lanes. Competition could drive down costs, improve service, and make global trade more resilient. For a century, Panama has been a monopoly. A rival canal could change everything. Supporters argue that two canals are needed to meet future demand and keep global commerce moving. The stakes: lower prices, faster shipping, and a more competitive industry. The vision is bold, but is it realistic? That's the billion-dollar question. In 2013, Nicaragua signed a sweeping deal with HKND, granting the company exclusive rights to build and run the canal for up to 100 years. The agreement was rushed through with little debate, raising alarms about transparency and national sovereignty. HKND promised not just a canal, but a transformation: new ports, an airport, free trade zones, and a logistics hub to rival Singapore or Dubai. For Nicaragua, one of the region's poorest countries, the project offered hope for a leap into the global economy. Wang Jing, HKND's enigmatic leader, became the face of this ambition, promising jobs, growth, and environmental responsibility. But critics questioned his experience and the sweeping powers granted to HKND, including land expropriation and tax breaks. The pact sparked fierce debate. Was this a path to prosperity, or a risky surrender of national assets? The answer would divide Nicaragua for years to come. For many Nicaraguans, the canal was a beacon of hope, promising jobs, investment, and a path out of poverty. The government claimed it would double GDP, create tens of thousands of jobs, and fund social programs. The vision: a modern, prosperous nation, powered by a global trade hub. Supporters saw the canal as a sovereign leap forward, a chance to control their destiny and break free from foreign aid. Critics were dismissed as naysayers, accused of holding the country back. The promise was more than economic. It was about dignity, pride, and a better future. For many, the dream was worth the risk. From the start, the canal faced fierce opposition over money, the environment, and human rights. Funding was murky, Wang Jing's fortune collapsed, and no clear backers emerged. Environmentalists warned that dredging Lake Nicaragua could devastate ecosystems and contaminate water for thousands. The project threatened to displace 30,000 people, many from indigenous and farming communities, sparking nationwide protests. Critics argued the economic case was shaky. Would enough ships use a longer, pricier route? The law gave HKND sweeping powers to seize land, fueling anger and resistance. Doubts mounted. Was this a visionary project or a disaster in the making? The canal became a symbol of the clash between progress and protection. The controversy only grew as the project stalled. By late 2025, the Nicaragua Canal remains a dream deferred. No construction, no ships, just uncertainty. HKND's website is dark, Wang Jing has vanished, and the project is on indefinite pause. Financial troubles, protests, and political turmoil have all but halted progress. For those living along the route, the threat of displacement lingers. The canal law still hangs over their land. The government insists the project isn't dead, but there's no evidence to back it up. The canal is now a ghost project, a cautionary tale of ambition colliding with reality. Yet the idea endures. The strategic logic for a rival canal hasn't disappeared. The 100-year concession remains, waiting for a new backer or a new era. For now, the Nicaragua Canal is a lesson in the risks of mega-projects, but in global trade, no dream ever truly dies. The Nicaragua Canal story is more than a stalled project. It's a window into the powerful forces shaping our world today. This ambitious plan, aiming to carve a new path between the Atlantic and Pacific, has captured global attention and sparked intense debate. It raises urgent questions. Who truly benefits from mega projects like this? Is it the local communities, the government, or foreign investors? And just as importantly, who bears the cost when things go wrong? How do we balance the promise of economic growth with the need to protect the environment and uphold human rights? The canal's construction threatens vast forests and the homes of indigenous people, making these questions impossible to ignore. China's involvement signals a new era of global competition, one fought not with armies, but with infrastructure, investment, and influence. The canal is a symbol of shifting power dynamics in the 21st century. The canal's fate affects us all: the goods we buy, the prices we pay, and the interconnected world we inherit. Every container that moves through Central America shapes the global economy. It's a call for transparency, accountability, and truly sustainable progress in global development. Without these, the risks of corruption, environmental damage, and social unrest only grow. The saga reminds us that true progress must include open public debate, strong environmental safeguards, and the voices of those most affected by change. Above all, it demands respect for local communities, their traditions, their livelihoods, and their future. As the world's supply chains evolve, projects like this will shape the future of trade and touch every aspect of our daily lives, from the food on our tables to the technology in our hands. We must demand responsible action from governments and corporations alike, ensuring that development does not come at the expense of people or the planet. The future of global trade is being built right now. It's up to us to ensure it's fair, inclusive, and sustainable for generations to come. The world is watching, and so should we. Our attention, our voices, and our choices will help shape what happens next.